Welcome back to We Are Nacogdoches. It's the show where we hear about the good things happening in our community from the people who are involved. I'm Kelly Augustine with the Nacogdoches County Chamber of Commerce, and today I have two very special guests with me, business owners, Janae Harmon and Rhonda Goodwin, who have Flower and Flower Company in Nacogdoches. Janae and Rhonda, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for investing in Nacogdoches, and I know others from the region are finding your store very interesting too, and I can't wait to have this conversation with you so that everyone can learn more about what you're doing. So why don't we start with the business itself? What is the concept? How was it born? How have you taken it and made it grow?
The concept is to educate people on the fresh milled flour and just teach them the health benefits of that. And Rhonda and I got started. We were both selling out of the back of our cars at the farm to fork. She was selling bread and some other things. I was selling cinnamon rolls. We said we should open a store. And so we did. And 6 weeks later, we opened, and it's been great. And so many people are benefiting from the health benefits of the flour. So,
well, let's talk about that then. I know fresh milled flour is different than what I might buy from a local retailer. So tell me, what is fresh milled flour?
Fresh milled flour is, first of all, there's like 20,000 different varieties of wheat out there. A lot of people think, wheat is just one variety, but there's so many different varieties, and each variety is for a different product, and they react differently when you cook with them. They taste differently. So we've learned to create special treats in our store, and breads and biscuits and even flour. We sell flour right off the shelf because each flour is so tasty and delicious. But more than that, it's nutritious. And what it does is, it started back in the 20s. They started stripping our wheat. And the reason that was done was because real flour goes rancid. If it sits on the shelf, it will turn yellow, and the vitamin E in it in particularly will just go rancid and yellow, and it gets that terrible rancid taste. So in the 20s, when they stripped the wheat, they found out that they could sit it on the shelf and it would last longer. But they didn't realize that stripping all of the vital nutrients, in particular the germ and the bran, and it's given to the cattle industry, by the way. They make pretty good money doing cattle feed, but the flour is just void of nutrients at that point. So then in the 30s, they had an outbreak of different diseases and illnesses, even birth defects. And the government, that's when enrichment started taking place in 1941. The government mandated enrichment, especially like synthetic vitamins, and particularly folic acid today is a big problem for people, even niacin, bleaching agents, preservatives. Flour commercially done on the shelf at the store has been stripped, and then it's been enriched. And where we come in the Flour and Flour Company is we bypass all of that, and we mill it fresh so that all of the ingredients are included, the bran, the germ. In fact, we have over 40 nutrients in our flour that you cannot find in store-bought flour. And vitamin E is very perishable, but wheat is actually one of the biggest sources of vitamin E out there. And most people in the world of flour do not get that vitamin E anymore because it's void. So we actually have it packed full of vitamin E in each of our flours. And it's just fascinating. You could just go down a rabbit hole in the wheat industry.
Well, the rabbit hole I would like to stick to is the delicious products that you make with your flour. And I believe you also help educate people on how they can do that at home, correct?
correct.
Yeah, tell us some more about that.
We have given classes. We did pasta classes and bread classes to show people how to do that at home. We sell the meals that you can have in your homes, the ones we have at our homes, so that we can mill our own flour at home. We make all of our baked goods, of course, in the store out of the fresh mill flour. So,
Yeah, and one of the things we really love to do when people walk in this door, we love to educate them on how this can benefit them. And one of the ways is, actually, some people are seeking us out because they cannot tolerate the flour in the store. And pretty much every product in the grocery store is made from commercial flour. So therefore, they're having a reaction to a lot of the enrichment and the bleaching and the preservatives. And our wheat has none of that. It's void. So people come to us searching for an answer or an alternative. And that's where we come in. And it really, really excites us when someone comes back to us and says, oh my goodness, this is just delicious. But more than that, my stomach is not hurting. I feel good. It's my colon, everything. It just really, really does benefit the human body, because we were meant to eat fresh wheat that is not stripped and not enriched.
Well, what have you learned along the way? I'm curious. I'm sure, small business owners doing it all yourself. I saw you from before you were open. You were literally building this facility yourself. What all have you learned along the way?
What have you learned, Janae? We've learned so much.
We've learned a ton. Efficiency, I would say, is the biggest thing with all the different areas, but with the bakery being keeping it running, keeping it full, keeping it, and that takes a lot of, bread doesn't just happen in 30 minutes. So I would say that's been a really big thing for us to nail down, and we're doing pretty good with that now.
Yeah,
so.
we've learned a lot of things.
Yeah.
We learned our community. We learned what they want, what excites them. I think one of the most important things in our business is we get to build a relationship with those people. And we've learned how to just love on people, and we've learned how to take criticism. We've learned how to grow. You can't own a business and not be able to improve upon yourself and take criticism. And we don't take it to heart. We just try to improve on that. And every day is an adventure. And we wake up and we just can't wait to get started, because it's something we love and we're passionate about it, because we eat fresh wheat and we know how it makes us feel, and we see the health benefits and how it helps other people. So if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what doesn't.
Well, anytime I've been able to visit with you, I do see the passion coming through. So I'm glad you found the place to do this for others. And it sounds like you're building a great customer base. I'm just curious, what are your most popular products? What do you see people coming back to purchase or to ask about or to do more with?
Well, really with the baked goods, I would say bread, cinnamon rolls, pigs in a blanket. I mean, really the bakery part is huge. So
And we also have a lot of flour sales.
Yeah.
We have people that
At
come
this
in
time,
and purchase. We grind our own cornmeal. We flake our own oatmeal. We grind 9 different wheats, and people like to learn to cook with them. So they come in and they experiment, and we buy a lot of flour. We also have a cornbread and a tortilla and a pancake mix. So people come and purchase that. So it just makes it quick, convenient for them at home. And they also know they're getting nutrition out of it. They're getting 40 nutrients that you wouldn't get otherwise. So
Right. And
that's
I
some of our
find-
most popular products.
I find that fascinating. Yeah. Janae, I remember one time I was visiting with you about the FLOWER part of the business, and you were even talking about educating children on plants that they might see in the woods or in their yards and things like that. I mean, have y'all been able to explore those areas too?
we hope to do that more this summer and have a few classes for kids and how to grow, how to make a raised bed, grow your vegetables, that sort of thing. So That's in the horizon.
Yeah, and we've already done a homeschool group that's come, and we did
Yeah.
little stations for them and taught them about weed and the industry of farming and agriculture. And we're also teaming up with the ag
Extension.
Ag Extension. We're going to be putting on bread classes there at their facility, and we're really excited about that. So, just teaching people that things that we love to do, and other people want to learn because they're excited about it too. So that makes us very excited.
Well, that's fantastic. Another thing I will point out is I love also going by Flower and Flower Company for gifts too, because you have a lot of products in your store that are sourced from other people in the community.
Right.
So thank you for opening up your business to supporting other folks.
Thank you.
That's really neat. Anything else you'd like to share about the business or what you're doing or Nacogdoches?
We are over on the Loop, 2519 North Stallings Drive. So we also have a web page. We have social media, Facebook, Instagram. So
Yeah,
we'd
we
love
just want to thank you and the community.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, y'all have been amazing.
Well, I know people will be looking at all those sources, find out about the classes, find out about your products, how to get the fresh wheat. What are your hours? I will ask that one last question.
Tuesday and Wednesday, 9 to 5. Thursday through Saturday, 7 to 5. Closed Sunday and Monday.
Wonderful. Thank you again. We appreciate
Thank you.
everything you're doing in Nacogdoches.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us today on We Are Nacogdoches. We will see you again soon.
This program is brought to you by the Department of Media and Communication at Stephen F. Austin State University, in association with the Nacogdoches County Chamber of Commerce, and with special thanks to the City of Nacogdoches.